Good afternoon. Today, we celebrate more than just a graduating class. We celebrate resilience, growth, hard work, and the courage to keep pushing forward. Class of 2026, this belongs to you. Every obstacle, every late night, every challenge you face helped shape the person that you are becoming today. Remember this, the best view comes from the hardest climb. Your future is bright, your purpose is greater, and your journey is just beginning. So dream big, stay focused, lead with purpose, and go change the world. Welcome to this special episode of Kollective Konversations celebrating the 2026 graduating class. Today's special guests, we have our graduates. We have Miss Adrianna Law, Miss Donya Burton, and Mr. Jasiah Miller. Good afternoon. And thank you, viewers, for sitting in on this installment. So we'll start right to left. Miss Adrianna, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Everybody has been here before, but still.
Right, welcome.
I graduated from West Virginia State in May with my Bachelor's of Science in Sports Studies, from Beckley. And I also recently, right before I graduated, completed my second art exhibition.
Next, Ms. Donya Burton.
I will be graduating from Wilson High School on Saturday at 5 o'clock. I graduate from ACT tomorrow, so.
Nice. Mr. Jasiah Miller.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Jasiah Miller, and I graduated from ACT at Wilson High School. I also like to run track.
Well, I welcome you all. I mean, I think, it's a great, episode to have. One of the things we always mention is the fact that the hard work it takes to, and we have like two different spectrums. We got the college route, and then we got the high school route, right? And then you got the old route. but I mean, really, it's like one of the things, when we talk about was the journey worth it? I mean, let's just start with that. I mean, and anybody can speak up. It's not that, but I mean, was the journey worth it? Now,
Yes.
thinking back, all of you, thinking back to elementary school, right? Knowing, walking the hall scared to death, kindergarten, right? Would you ever think it would flip this fast, to get here, and that's the thing.
Not really.
When they said the 4 years go by quick, it went by fast. That is gracious.
High school went by fast, but college went by 10 times faster.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Right. I think, one thing you do here in Raleigh County is you walk the halls of the elementary schools you went to. Tell me about it. You haven't done it yet. Tell me about that, but you've done it. Tell me about it.
It was cool to see, because you remember being that small. And I think my class was the first class that walked at Bethel Elementary. So for them to see that for the first time, and that's also the first time we've done anything like that. It was pretty cool.
See,
but
yeah.
Like you said, it went by really fast. I still remember being in those classes and stuff. But it was a full circle kind of moment. It was cool though.
Yeah, I think that's great. I really do. Letting the kids see, and also you, because one thing, the older gentleman, not so much Mike, but Chad can remember, things look bigger when you get smaller. But then when you go back, this place ain't even that big. I remember just playing in my grandma's back, front yard. They wasn't big at all. And I thought it was. At the time. I knew it was a little small. But anyway, when you go back now and look at it, be like, man, this place is too big. But I think it's, super good. But, I think the challenges though. Can you talk a little bit about some of the challenges that you through the journey? Anybody?
I'll go first, man. Well, studying, late night studying, staying up all night, getting ready for tests, that's a challenge as well. Not be like other people falling into the madness of your school or your surrounding area. And stuff like that. Like I said, studying, playing sports as well while studying, stuff like that for me.
Right.
And it was that hard. High school is what you make it, to be honest with you. If you make it hard, it's going to be hard.
Tell me some reasons why you can make it hard.
Getting sucked into the wrong crowd.
Right.
Acting the fool. Stuff like that.
How do you steer out of that? Because you're done now. So how do you steer out of that? How did you steer personally?
Me personally, a deacon at church talked to me about the way I was acting, and I had to stare from away from those people. And he also maturing and he's realizing that those people are silly.
Right.
And
Well, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, I think, it's about growth as well.
Mhm.
Ladies?
I came. My past was rough, but I feel like I overfilled those challenges. I had a lot of bad challenges, but growing up and seeing now what I was doing in the 9th grade and 10th grade, it's just not working. It was around the wrong people. I feel like I'm maturing now and figuring out life.
I would say like I had some of the same challenges though, like being older. Your biggest like consequence is no longer like just getting suspended or your parents taking your phone. So it's kind of like learning how to navigate being around the right people and also like kind of stepping into adulthood. I think was probably like my biggest challenge because like after work, like had to work, just a couple other things and stuff like that, and just managing that and school because nobody's there to like wake you up, make sure you go. So that'll probably be the hardest thing is transitioning from like living at home to doing it, but like on my own kind of thing.
Well, I think, Donya tested this. I think I scaled back from that, kind of getting her up, in the morning because, you have to get yourself up. It's just the way it is. And nobody's going to knock on your door. And you've already paid your money, into these colleges. So it's like, get up or not. I went to state. So, congratulations to you. I went to state and I graduated from state. But I tell you, every one of my roommates flunked out. And I had like 4 or 5 of them. Because they didn't go to class. I'm sure they were going through some things too, but just didn't even go from the start. Not, I could see if they were, it's just one of those things. So they only last semester. That's all it was, and I'm like, and that would give me motivation to get up because I'm like, even though sometimes I didn't want to get up. Let's get it right. But, and I still have dreams now about missing a business law test that I overslept for. But it just happens. Sometimes. You have to be prepared. That just like with, like you said in high school, same way, you got to have the discipline, right? And once you start to get the discipline, what happened? Then the consistency, then what happened?
Start feeling good about yourself, start doing better. You want to do it more.
Right. If you could, any shout outs you all want to shout out somebody out? Right off the bat. I know it's early.
You, actually, I'll shout out my dad because God with you, you showed me like how to be a woman, how to live on my own, like growing up and what's right and wrong. So I'll shout you out.
Well, I thank you for that. I do.
I'll give a shout out to my Aunt Rosie and Uncle Skibu and my mom as well, because without them, I wouldn't be doing mine today.
Right. I get it. Ms. Law.
Aside from like my family, definitely gotta shout out God because there is like, my whole college experience was just like a second chance. So I'm real grateful that I graduated. So you definitely gotta give glory to God.
Oh yeah, that's always, that's great. You said that because I think it's a lot, what we think about as well. And I think for you, right, being 18 at one time, then going to state, things kind of got a little hairy for me then, as far as, just indulging in things, never have done it before, but just being out, right? Peer pressure and things of that nature. That's one of the things. And I want to say, don't do it because I don't want you to do it. But the more I say don't do it, the more you're going to say, hey, what are you talking about? Or the classic, well, you did it. you did it, but I would never want, some of the things go on. I think, real quick and I move on, for me, in my sophomore year in college, I was in deep depression, right? And I just because of all, I was the lowest grade point average I got, but just I guess it was just sinking in. You got so much to go, but then you only went so far. But then look, you always on campus. You have any money. It's just one of those. Food is. I ain't gonna say scarce. I'm not saying they starvers, but I'm just saying food is scarce. It's like what? And I'm paying for this. This is crazy to me.
From what you used to.
Oh, well, most definitely. And that, but to kind of, get yourself through it is a big thing. And that's one of the things that I would, would like to say, don't ever, like you had, downfalls sometimes in high school, elementary, middle school, right? But you got back up because that's the big key is about getting back up, I believe, is one of the things that, we speak about. So what do you think? What's next? What's next for you all after graduation?
Going to college, Concord University, play basketball, and study sociology and criminology.
I'm going to Michigan Tech University to study forensic science investigations. I'm running track for them there.
Great.
I'll be going next summer to get my master's in athletic training.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get you back on here again.